Hoe is het om het evangelie met de Rohingya-vluchtelingen in Bangladesh te delen? Welkom bij Uitgelicht. Ruim 1 miljoen Rohingya-vluchtelingen zitten al bijna 2 jaar vast in Bangladesh. Ze zijn niet gewenst in dat land, maar kunnen ook niet terug naar hun thuisland Myanmar. Enkele Bengalese dominees proberen de leefomstandigheden van de Rohingya te verbeteren door het evangelie te delen. Een van hen is dominee Mabud en op uitnodiging van Stichting Hulp Vervolgde Christenen is hij nu in Nederland. Mr. Mabud, Pastor Mabud, welcome. It's good to have you here. Can you tell me something about the situation of the Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. And you know, the Rohingya people are living long time in the Myanmar, but they not get the citizenship right, and also they're persecuted by the Rohingya governments and peoples. So they have to flee in our country and take refugee shelters.
So they came to Bangladesh.
Yeah.
They had to flee from Myanmar to Bangladesh.
Yeah.
How is the situation in the refugee camps over there?
It's a very small place. They living and it's not good. It's making the houses like plastics and bamboos and mud they make, and yeah, there is risk also. There's some hilly area, so they cut all the trees, and so in also the heavy rain or wind and cyclone time is risk. Every year also few people dying. Break down the mud.
How many people are we talking about? How many people are
there is
there?
almost now 1.2 million people are living in the
refugee
camps. 32 camps is there, but one after one.
Yes.
Total almost you can say 50 square kilometers. They living the people.
So is the government of Bangladesh welcoming them? Are they being helped by the government?
Yeah, and Bangladesh governments and the Bangladesh peoples are welcome. These people because of the humanitarian issues.
Yes.
And also the peoples and government trying to stand beside them and they back in their lands, and they give necessary helps with the others NGOs and the UN together.
And they came from Myanmar to Bangladesh because they were refugees. How big is the chance that they will go back to Myanmar?
It is very difficult. Bangladesh is still thinking and pursuing internationally and lobbying. Myanmar should take back them.
They want to go back?
It's very complicated. They want, but they says that they want to make sure their rights because they don't want to continue last 150 years how they live.
Yeah.
So they want the citizenship. They want their
they want to be a better
fundamental
future.
right,
Yes.
a better future. A better future means at least they want recognition.
Yes.
Now these people look like stateless people.
Right, right. And do you think there is a chance that they will get this recognition?
It's very hard to say one word they will get it or not. But in Myanmar governments, how they're playing the rules is not things. It will be solved very shortly.
You are working in the camps. What is the work that you are doing there?
Actually, there are even they are persecuted people, but God is working. God is for all. So God working among them also, and I, on the way I came to know about these people, and I meet with them, and God work, and we try to help them.
In what way do you help them?
Especially we teach them about the Gospels, and they come to faith. You know that they don't have a literature; they are the oral language. So I know I can speak in their language. Because my language also, dialogue is almost same, same look, same area. So I try to, by orally, teach them from the Bibles.
So you teach them from the Bible, but the Rohingya people are basically
Muslim.
not Christian, they're Muslims.
They're Muslims.
So how do they react to this?
Yeah, some people somehow they come to know about Jesus, and they like to follow the Jesus. So they invite us, and we went there and we helped them to understand the word, and they can practice in their religion, the new faith, and they can grow in faith.
And do they welcome a Christian pastor who is coming there and who is telling them about the gospel?
No, it's not like that welcome, but those who already come to faith somehow, and so they welcome us, they invite us to, then we can take care of them, we can teach them so they can grow in faith. And now among them grow up the leaders in the to who are take caring the house churches and teaching leading the worship. So we help them, those leaders, so they can learn well word of God, and they can continue to serve the believers.
Is it dangerous for you and for these leaders to share the gospel?
Sometimes we face problem among the other peoples.
What kind of problems?
As a peoples came to new faith, and so the Muslims, those surroundings, plenty of people, and sometimes they don't like it, they feel jealous, they feel hate them. Sometimes.
So what happens then?
They try to sometimes beat them.
Right.
They caught them inside the mosque and beat, and sometimes they keep the non-cooperation. And they put so they don't talk, or they throw the stone and something like that.
Right, but still, it's possible to work in these Rohingya camps as a Christians.
Yeah, as a Christians, and also the Bangladesh government also came to know there are Christians, some people, so the government also try to help to in law and orders, and sometimes.
Right, right. What other things are you doing in the Rohingya camps? Because you're spreading the gospel, but you're also doing practical things.
Actually, we try to give them like some moral teaching. As they living in Bangladesh, they can follow the Bangladesh government's rules, and they can build their moral life. And also there are some school is there. So their children can learn some education, at least math and English and the other Bangla or Burmese language like that.
In what way do you see changes in the lives of the Rohingya people that you are working with?
One thing is changed because this sometimes people always have Rohingya people are not good. From the Myanmar even, they are violent people. They don't have a passion. They not tolerate each other or something. But we see that through our work, those families who are involved with us, and they became Christians.
Yes.
Their life is changing. They keep passion. They try to love each other.
Right.
So that is the influence in also the community, how to think for others.
You yourself were first a Muslim and you came to believe in Jesus. What happened to you in your life?
Actually, I came to know about Christian peoples, and then I decided to let know what is the Christianity, because we don't have a clear idea what is the Christian or what their books written there. But when first time I started to read in 1982, something like that, and then I found this very similarity with my faith, what as a Muslim believes about creations, about gods, about the prophets, about the Adam and Eve. So it's the same in Bible. So I feel more curious to study, and I continue to study almost 2 years, and I see Jesus is the way for the forgiveness.
Yes, and then what happened? Because you were a Muslim, a religious Muslim, and then you changed your religion. So how did your family react to that?
After I received Jesus in January 1985, and then I informed my families, and they're not happy with me, and my family is quite big family, and it's neighbors, relatives, and so I have to hide myself. So I flee another city. Because
your family wanted to punish you.
Yeah. Right. So I have to flee another city and I stay there.
You stay there.
And that time is good because that time is no mobile or internet, nothing. So it's easy to hide. You cannot find people.
Did you ever have contact with your family again?
And later, after a few years, we contact and I visit, and they're not happy, but say hello.
They accept.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What is the big difference between Christianity and Islam? What is the thing that made you change your mind?
Okay. For me, I saw if you see the Bible and Quran, of course there are many similarities. Lord's talk about the Jesus inside the Quran also. But main two words is I found this two things. One is the Quran is look like a mercy of God, and Bible and New Testament is Jesus is the grace of God. So my understanding is I need the grace instead of mercy.
Right.
So I received Jesus.
So in what way did it change your life?
When I received Jesus, I felt that what was my behaviors, my lifestyles, and thinking of way is fully changed. And at least I can start to think for others. Before I think is how I will be built and myself I will be established, something like that. But slowly I start to think for others people's, how to people will, I can love with others, how to I think positively, how to I love the neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you experience yourself, you were a Muslim, now you're a Christian. If you're talking to Muslims and you try to convert them to Christianity, can you tell them from your own experience?
Yeah, we are actually not trying to converting people. This is not our job. Bible says only we can share what we come to know.
So what do you share with them?
I share about Jesus. Jesus is the Savior, and we are sinner. We need the forgiveness from our sin. And His forgiveness is not possible to doing good work to our own self. We need the help from someone, and God sent the Jesus, and He took the price of instead of us. And that's the gospel what we need to share.
Yes.
And if someone decide and someone study and thinks and conversations, if someone decided, yeah, okay, I like to receive Jesus, who I am to say no?
Yes, yes.
I have to accept.
How is the situation for Christians in Bangladesh? Because according to the watch list of Open Doors, Bangladesh is on the list that Christians are persecuted. Is it a difficult situation there to be a Christian?
Well, and Bangladesh as a governmentally is a secular country, so there is no problem from the government side.
But the majority is Muslim, right?
Yeah, but majority is Muslims, and some people, is very small quantities people who show the fundamental attitudes. So sometimes they try to stand up against the...
How do they do that? By attacking or by terrorist attack?
Sometimes they terrorist attack, or sometimes they lead the villagers to the stop the peoples to practice their faith and like this.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's locally people are thinking how to they stop the people who especially new converted.
Yes. Now today is Good Friday. We remember the crucifixion of the Lord. Does this have a special meaning for you and for the people in Bangladesh?
Yes, in Bangladesh, Christian people's communities, they celebrate countrywide the Good Friday. In every church, there is a fastings month, and they follow.
Yes.
And the Good Friday, they arrange the worships, and they discuss about the 7 words of the cross of Jesus. And
this is what you do. Thank you so much for coming to our studio, Pastor Mabud from Bangladesh. And thank you for being here and sharing your story.
You're welcome, thank you.
U thuis ook bedankt voor het kijken. Dit was Uitgelicht voor vandaag. Maandag zijn we er in verband met Tweede Paasdag niet, maar dinsdag zijn we er weer wel met Uitgelicht. Goed paasweekend en graag tot dan. Dag!